Introduced in 1957, Leave It to Beaver embodied the mid-20th century American dream.
You always play better in the kitchen, remember?
I do?
Characterized by traditional family values, stability, and optimism that permeated the post-war years. This half-hour comedy series painted an idyllic picture of suburban life, seen through the lens of its mischievous, ever-curious protagonist, Theodore Beaver Cleaver.
If you choke up on the hammer like that, you can't get much leverage.
Ward and June Cleaver presided over the Cleaver household, with the former being the understanding, pipe-smoking father figure, and the latter the epitome of post-war domesticity, always perfectly coiffed and wearing her iconic pearls. The setting was a bright, immaculate suburban home, bathed in the soft glow of 1950s prosperity. It's the show that made the 1950s look like one big, happy sitcom.
Hi. Well, you look pretty sharp there.
Complete with perfectly pressed pants and squeaky clean white picket fences. Get ready to return to an era when kids wore ties to school and parents solved problems over a slice of apple pie. Leave It to Beaver was, in its essence, pure, unadulterated family fun. Its era was so innocent that the biggest problems involved things like getting mud on your Sunday best or accidentally breaking a window with a baseball. Leave It to Beaver is a classic for a reason, reminding us that even in a world of chaos, a little family love goes a long way. The Cleaver family's innocent humor and timeless life lessons resonated with audiences, turning it into a beloved classic. Let's rewind the clock and explore some of the Leave It to Beaver cast members.
Have I done anything to make you angry?
You mean today?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought.
But last Thursday.
Never mind.
Jerry Mathers, Hugh Beaumont, Barbara Billingsley, and Tony Dow. The show wouldn't have been what it was if it weren't for the Beaver himself, Jerry Mathers. Mathers began his acting career at a young age, and when he was just 8 years old, Mathers was cast in the iconic role of Theodore Cleaver on Leave It to Beaver. Jerry became a household name and beloved child star of the day during his time on the show. He won the hearts of audiences with his comedic timing and relatable antics, and continued to portray the character throughout his childhood.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I was just counting the wrinkles in my face.
After the show concluded, Jerry took a step back from acting to focus on his education and attended the University of California, Berkeley, where he earned a bachelor's degree in philosophy. Mathers had a varied career, dabbling in banking and real estate before briefly returning to acting in the late 60s and early 70s. But his career didn't reach the same heights as his time on Leave It to Beaver. Perhaps his most iconic sting was his cameo appearance on the hit show The Love Boat. Outside of his acting career, Jerry Mathers had achieved several noteworthy accomplishments. He served in the United States Air Force National Guard and actively advocated for diabetes awareness. Jerry was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in his 30s and has worked to educate others about the condition, even becoming a spokesperson for diabetes-related products. Even with his trials, Jerry amassed an estimated net worth of around $3 million. Jerry has been married a total of 3 times and has 3 loving children. His current marriage is to actress Teresa Modnick. Today, at 75, Jerry Mathers occasionally appears on television and in films. Mathers remains connected to his iconic role as Beaver Cleaver, attending fan events and embracing all the nostalgia associated with the show. In his recent years, Jerry has taken a step back from acting, with his last performance being in a short film by the name of Lucky Day. He has instead explored his passion for photography and has held exhibitions featuring his work. Unlike Mathers, Hugh Beaumont had already established himself as a versatile actor, with appearances in numerous films and television series, including Blonde for a Day and Murder Is My Business. His distinctive baritone voice and a commanding presence lent itself well to a variety of roles. When Beaumont was cast as Ward Cleaver, the loving and wise father figure on Leave It to Beaver, he was 47 years old. The show premiered in 1957 and became a massive hit, propelling Beaumont to fame and cementing his place in television history. After the original run of Leave It to Beaver ended in 1963,
Dad,
Yeah, babe?
I'm a real dopey kid, aren't I?
Beaumont continued to work in the entertainment industry, appearing in various TV shows and made-for-television movies, often guest starring in roles that showcased his versatility as an actor, such as Valentine's Day and Lassie. His final performance would come in 1971's The Most Deadly Game, where he took on the role of the titular Mr. Dominic. However, none of these projects achieved the same level of success or recognition as Leave It to Beaver. It would certainly seem that people on the Leave It to Beaver cast had some proclivity towards the liberal arts. For instance, outside of his acting career, Beaumont held a master's degree in theology and became an ordained Methodist minister. In fact, during breaks from acting, he occasionally served as a minister at churches. Beaumont was also an accomplished writer and published several books on theology and philosophy, which is what inspired Jerry. Beaumont accumulated a net worth of around $5 million from all his hard work. In his personal life, Hugh Beaumont was married to Catherine Adams, with whom he had 3 loving children. Sadly, Hugh Beaumont passed away on May 14, 1982, at 73. In many ways, Beaumont was the ideal depiction of the traditional American father, and he couldn't have done it half as well if it wasn't for the assistance from his domestic counterpart, Barbara Billingsley. Born on December 22, 1915, in Los Angeles, California, she began her acting career in the late 1940s.
Wally Cleaver, if he does, I'll never speak to you again.
And quickly made a name for herself in Hollywood. However, it was in 1957, at the age of 41, that Barbara landed the role of a lifetime as the beloved TV mom. During her time on Leave It to Beaver, Barbara developed a close bond with her on-screen family. She had a warm and nurturing relationship with the young actors who played her sons, Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow, and the trio were as much a family off-screen as they were on-screen. After the show's run ended in 1963, Barbara continued to work in the industry and showcased her versatility as an actress by taking on dramatic roles in projects like Airport and The Caretakers. She also made guest appearances on popular shows such as The Love Boat and Murder, She Wrote. But besides her acting career, Barbara had achievements outside of the industry. She advocated for literacy and education, serving as a spokesperson for the National Institute for Literacy and participating in various reading programs for children. She was married 3 times throughout her life, but it was her 3rd and last marriage to Dr. William Mortensen in 1959 that endured. The 2 remained married until he died in 1981. She gradually transitioned into a quieter life after her final acting gig in Secret Santa in 2003. After that, Barbara enjoyed time with her family and grandchildren. Sadly, Billingsley passed away on October 16, 2010 at the age of 94, with a net worth of approximately $2 million, leaving behind a lasting legacy as the quintessential TV mom for generations to come. Her portrayal of June Cleaver continues to resonate with audiences to this day. It was actually her motherly compassion on and off set that set the stage for the chemistry we see on screen, especially between Mathers and Tony Dow, who played the better half of the Beaver brothers. He was just 12 years old when he was cast for the role that would be his claim to fame as the other half of the conniving brother duo. His brotherly bond eventually became so compact.
You think this was the first time that Beaver has ever been out of the house with his good clothes on?
That he had a particularly strong friendship with Jerry Mathers, his mischievous little brother, Beaver. The 2 became inseparable, both on and off set, and with their chemistry shining through on screen, it became apparent. After Leave It to Beaver ended its run in 1963, Tony continued to work in the entertainment industry. He pursued his passion for visual arts and found his success as a sculptor, creating unique and impressive works that showcased his artistic talent. In addition to his artistic endeavors, Tony took on various acting roles in both television and film. He appeared in shows such as Mr. Novak, Never Too Young, and Adam 12. While his acting career was notable, it was his artistic achievements and his work as a director that garnered him critical acclaim. Dow's innovative attitude helped him earn a net worth of approximately $4 million as of 2023. Tony's personal life also had its share of interesting details. He has been married to Lauren Shulkind. The couple has been together until death did they part, so to speak. Even after his wife's passing, Tony kept up with minor appearances in TV shows, with his last performance being in a 2016 episode of Suspense. In May of 2022, Tony Dow received a diagnosis of liver cancer and, unfortunately, just 2 months later, passed away on the 27th of July at the age of 77. Leave It to Beaver broke new ground by presenting a realistic and enduring portrayal of middle-class suburban life.
Beaver, don't eat so fast. Chew your food.
Gee, Dad, this is hamburger. The butcher already chewed it in the machine.
In the 1950s and early 1960s, it painted a nostalgic picture of American family values, capturing the essence of an era and resonating with viewers of all ages. The show's success paved the way for future sitcoms to explore similar themes, shaping the television landscape for decades to come. The show's legacy extends beyond its original run. Leave It to Beaver became a cultural touchstone.
What are you trying to do?
inspiring spin-offs, movies, and even a revival series in the 1980s. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its ability to connect with audiences of all ages, proving that the universal themes of family, friendship, and growing up never go out of style.